a subtle look for a day of meetings, right? Hi, I'm Kate and welcome to my channel. So I'm super excited for this. My new Nomad palette just arrived last night and it's so pretty. So this is the Nomad Shanghai palette. It opens on both sides. There's a side of shimmers and a side of mattes, and it's just beautiful. I did have this shade come broken. It was totally shattered. It repressed fine. Their shadows are just so soft and plush, so it pressed right back in, but the brand did immediately reach out to me after seeing my post, just posting a photo of the palette, offering to replace it. I declined. I don't want this to go to waste. So yeah, but I'm really excited to dip into this today. I want to go really colorful, however, I have meetings with parents today, so I feel like I need to go a little more subtle. But let's swatch some shimmers just for fun. Alright, the first shimmer is this white shimmer. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, that's really nice. Then I'm just going to go through on the other ones. So we have a red one, an orange, a yellow shade. How am I going to fit these all? These are so fun. They're going all the way down my arm. Ooh, this teal is so pretty. Okay, can you see them all? They're so pretty in person. I don't even know what direction to go in. I think I'm gonna start with the mattes like usual. I did prime my eyes already, so I'm gonna dive in. I think I'm gonna go, I don't know, I feel like I need to kind of use these greens. So yes, I'm gonna go colorful, but maybe not as bold as I would want to, but we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna grab a fluffy brush and I'm gonna go in with the shade Snake. It's just a really pretty soft green. And I will say I'm super fair skinned, so I feel like any of these light mattes will work fine for me. I question how they would look on deeper skin tones. However, Nomad sent this palette out to a lot of black and brown creators and they've created beautiful looks. Their mattes are very soft, so they just are by nature very pigmented. So if you're curious how it would look on you, just go to Nomad's site and they're posting photos from a lot of different creators. Alright, so I think instead of, normally I would probably go into this one, I'm gonna go in here just trying to keep a little neutrality to this look for a day of meetings. So this shade is called Jing Pai. I'm gonna pronounce everything wrong, I'm going to try my best, but Jing Pai. So I've only tried one other Nomad palette before, and that I have it right here because I'm using it all the time, and that's the Iceland palette. And this was my first try with Nomad and I immediately fell in love. I'm still tempted to buy like the Tokyo palette with all those beautiful pastels, but I'm trying to resist. But what I'm learning is their mattes just blend out so easily. They're just fantastic. Their shimmers are fantastic, but I'm more of a mattes person. Like, if the mattes are good, I'm good, and their mattes are fantastic. Alright, so I laid down that richer shade. I'm gonna go back into Snake and just kind of add some green around the edges to that. Alright, I love how those blended together. Again, normally I'd probably go into that richer, deep kind of emerald shade, but trying to make it a little neutral for work today. But now looking at the shimmer side, so these are all really bold. So I think what I might do is kind of mix the white shimmer with the bright green. So I'm gonna lay the bright green down and then maybe go in over with the white just to make it a little more subtle for me. Or, I'm not gonna do this today, but in the future when I'm not doing a first impressions, I feel like some of these greens would really pair well. The green shimmers from the Iceland palette would pair well with this as well. So, nice sisters. Okay, we're doing something different. I really want to use this blue. I'm going to put this blue on the outer part, and then maybe the teal, and then the bright green. Screw subtlety. Oh my gosh. They're just so pretty. I mean, look at that sparkle. I mean, my meetings are only virtual, right? Parents don't see too up close. My kids do, but they think it's fun. Alright, so I laid down that. I'm going to go into the teal, which is called Oriental Pearl. I'm just grabbing like the tiniest amount on my finger. I'm going to lay it down and then I'll blend them together. The shimmers just blend together too. And then going in with Dragon, which is that lime bright green. That right on the inside. Yep, subtle day for work. I'm just gonna add a little more blue out here. A little more blue out here. So I honestly don't know what my favorite formula from Nomad is, whether it's the mattes or the shimmers, because the mattes are amazing and just soft and blendable but pigmented, and the shimmers are just, I mean, I don't know how well that's showing up, but they're so pretty. Okay, I'm going to go back into that Jing Pai shade and just kind of re-blend out the outer corner. So something really nice about this palette is the addition of a white shimmer that you can really layer over any shimmer and lighten it up. And then the addition of a black matte. So even though the mattes in here on the matte side are very light, with that black you can really deepen up any look. So maybe if I wasn't going to work today, I would add that black in, make it a little richer, but it's a school day and I have meetings. So we're going subtle today, right? Subtle. I'm gonna stop there on the lid. I'm gonna go off camera, put on my face. I'll probably just do like my blush and bronzer and all that off camera as well, since we're really just focused on a first impression of this guy today. So I'm gonna go do that and I'll be back. Alright, so I went in with all of my face products. I'm gonna dip back into eyeshadows and go under the eye. And I'm gonna start with that Jing Pai shade and just put that under the lash line. And I'm gonna dive into that light green snake and just buff out the edges. And for the inner corner, I'm going to go into the white shimmer Sun and just pop that in. Alright, so that's what we have for the eyes. Alright, I'm really liking how those shimmers blended together. It's just a really pretty gradient, kind of that green to teal to blue. So I'm gonna go off camera, do liner, mascara, and I'll be back to give my final thoughts. Alright, I'm gonna try to do this quick before my camera dies because it's on red. But my final thoughts around the Nomad Shanghai palette. I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, I only use some blues and greens today, but they perform as well as the Iceland palette, which I'm obsessed with. I'm so excited to dive into some of these brighter colors, maybe do some soft matte looks as spring rolls around, but I mean, this is beautiful. The one thing is having these two mirrors in on the sides, it doesn't make them very usable to me. You have to kind of awkwardly hold it if you want to use the mirror. I don't use the mirrors in palettes typically though. I have a mirror in front of me and then I use a little handheld mirror to do up close stuff. So that's not a deal breaker for me at all, but I love it. Absolutely love it. Be ready to see a lot of looks with this in the coming days. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I'll see you soon.